Louis Horsemen is flying lead. He's from upstate New York. On his wing from Switzerland, Ariel Ludi. And as we see these airplanes go by, they have wound up on everybody's top 10 list of the greatest aircraft of all time. That was a formation barrel roll. In the lead, Louis Horsemen, picking the right altitude, airspeed, and attitude to move himself and Ariel Ludi on his right wing through each and every maneuver safely. We'll see more formation flying, and we'll talk more about that. NACA was what it was, the National Advisory Council on Committee on Aeronautics. A wing design called Langley-Eustis. Doing a barrel roll the other direction, it takes an incredibly finely tuned set of skills to use the ailerons, the elevator, the rudder, and the throttle to maintain one positive G, just like we're standing on the ground here on the Earth, all the way through that maneuver, starting and stopping at the same altitude, airspeed, and heading. That's what these guys are doing. Initially, for the British, the Royal Air Force, it had an Allison V12 engine in it, but that engine did not perform well enough at high altitude to keep up with the Spitfires and Hurricanes of the Royal Air Force as they fought off the German Air Force. Spitfires of the Royal Air Force, however, had a very, very good engine in it. It was designed by Rolls-Royce. It was known as the Merlin, a V12 liquid-cooled engine, a radiator in it, just like our cars have radiators in them. And some enterprising British engineers said, wait a minute, we like the airframe of the Mustang. It's great, it's stupendous. Why don't we put one of our motors on? And so they did. They married up the airframe of the Mustang as we see it here with a Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, and the Mustang as we know it was born. Those aircraft engines by Rolls-Royce were built mainly for production. So America and over 56,000 Merlin-designed Packard-built engines were built by Packard Motor Car Company of Detroit, Michigan. Some 15,600 Mustangs were built throughout the course of World War II. These two are P-51Ds. The D model Mustang was the most built and was able to fly at speeds over 400 miles per hour. Wingman Ariel Ludi lives in Switzerland. He comes over to the United States to fly his Mustang. He's part of a 3-ship formation aerobatic team flying a Pilatus P-7 turboprop, which is a military trainer similar to the ones now flown here in the United States as a primary trainer for the United States Air Force and the Marine Corps and the Navy. Head on. Get your cameras on this as they come over. I'm going to fade the music and let you listen to the sound of these Merlin engines. It's music. Before moving into formation flying. Flies antique Waco biplanes and bush planes and float planes, but loves being able to bring the World War II fighters to the air show world. is very honored to be also a part of the Navy Legacy program, flying air shows in a Corsair, along with F-35 and F-18 fighters. Is ready for another photo pass with Mad Max and Little Witch, Louis Horsemen and Ariel Ludi. That radiator scoop on the original Mustang was butted right against the fuselage, and there were cooling problems because of turbulence around that intake. And so the designers at North American Aviation, they decided to separate the intake from the bottom of the fuselage with what is called a gutter. Applied to the F-16 Fighting Falcon. Pretty cool stuff. As they land, I hope you'll give a nice round of applause to Louis Horschel and Ariel Ludi, Mad Max and Little Witch. We want to say a great big thank you to the Air Force Association and the Langley chapter of the Air and Space Forces Association for being a premier sponsor of today's air show and an enduring partner to Joint Base Langley-Eustis and Air Combat Command. As the aircraft clear the runway, you can see those radiator scoops. And then we look to the F-16 Fighting Falcon.